Hey guys, it's Aaron, and welcome back to the house of Aaron. Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I'm excited to be with you guys on this Tuesday night. Y'all, this is our second video of the day because we got a lot to talk about. As soon as the first video was posted, it was more Atlanta tea, and I just couldn't resist to come back on. So you guys, today we are going to be getting into Miss Cynthia Bailey filing a lawsuit against her ex-husband, Mr. Peter Thomas, for $170,000. Lord, okay, I cannot, okay, in the words of Jocelyn Hernandez, I cannot. And then we got to get into the first sneak peek of the season, okay, season 13, their first sneak peek has been revealed, and we're gonna get into it. So if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and let's get straight into the video. Cynthia Bailey is suing her ex-husband, Mr. Peter Thomas, for a whopping $170,000. Now, I did not talk about this when the news broke because I just felt like it was only coming from one rogue source, and I wanted to wait until it hit all the blogs. And so now that it has finally hit all the blogs, I can talk about it. But shout out to Michelle Brown, okay, blogger Michelle Brown. Some of you guys who watch me probably watch her. She is the one who initially broke the story, so shout out to her. But the article that I'm going to be referencing today is from The Blast, because this is the best article that I've seen on it because I can actually understand the whole situation, all right? So according to The Blast, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Miss Cynthia Bailey is suing her ex-husband, Peter Thomas, over an allegedly unpaid loan, and she wants the court to seize his home. Okay, Cynthia said, if he cannot pay me back my $170,000, then I'm gonna need his home to be in foreclosure or something. I'm gonna need the bank to take his home so I can get the equity out of it so I can get my cash. Period. Cynthia is playing dirty, okay, honey? She said, I'm not playing with you hoes. It says, according to court documents obtained by The Blast, on September 1st, Cynthia filed a lawsuit against Peter in a Georgia court. In the documents, Cynthia says she loaned Peter $170,000 for the purchase of an Atlanta property. In return, she agreed to hand over all rights and interests in Peter's restaurant, Bar One, all right? And I'm gonna give you some extra tea, okay, that ain't in The Blast. So basically, y'all remember Bar None? Okay, y'all remember y'all remember Bar None and how it was just such a show. Like, Bar One was just absolutely gross. It was just a mess, okay? First off, I know y'all remember when Bar None was in the hood, okay? It was in the hood, and y'all remember when they had their grand opening, everybody was coming up to the venue, and they was like, oh, okay, when Peter said that Bar One was in an up-and-coming area in Atlanta, we didn't know that it was going to be the hood, all right? But really, up-and-coming in Atlanta means the refurbished hood, all right? It means the gentrified areas of Atlanta, which personally, I like the gentrified areas. Like, I like the areas of Atlanta that are more humble. Anyways, I digress. The business Bar One ended up failing. It ended up being shut down because Peter Thomas's landlord was not paying his mortgage payments, okay, for the building that Peter was leasing for Bar One, all right? Peter was paying the rent, right? He leased the space out for his Bar One. He was paying the rent, but Peter's landlord did not pay the mortgage. Therefore, the bank put the building on foreclosure. Therefore, Bar One had to be shut down. Does that make sense? All right. If I need to clear up anything, just let me know down in the comments. And if I'm getting something wrong, let me know down in the comments as well. So because Peter's landlord did not make the mortgage payments, the original Bar One in Atlanta had to be shut down. And Peter wanted to open up another location. He wanted to give it another go. But Peter was broke, y'all. All right. So what did Cynthia, Captain Save-A-Ho, do? She went and swooped in to save her husband and loaned him $170,000 to, I guess, buy a new property and start this new Bar One Atlanta once again. Cynthia said, baby, I know you're broke. Okay, I know you need some money, and I know you want to look like you making moves out here in Atlanta. So I'm going to just go ahead and loan you the money. All right. Well, Bar One Atlanta, the second location, never happened, okay? It never happened, and Peter decided, well, I'm gonna just go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and open that Bar One up, right? Bar One Charlotte. And that Bar One even ended up being shut down because of unpaid taxes. So The moral of the story is Peter Thomas is just a terrible businessman, all right? He kind of reminds me of, what's that girl's name who getting a divorce? Erica Girardi's husband, Tom, all right? Just a fraudster. Everything he does just turns to rotten tomatoes. So now fast forward to present day where Cynthia is filing a lawsuit against Peter. Per their deal, Peter agreed to pay back the loan within 36 months, which means that the money is due January 2021, which is next month. All right, Peter? So you got a month to pay up that $170,000. And Cynthia filed the lawsuit before the due date of the money because I guess she's assuming that Peter just isn't going to pay it since it's 1 month away. Cynthia goes on to say that she hasn't been paid a dime and says that Peter has taken possession of the property despite failing to repay the loan. Cynthia says in some court documents that Peter has breached the parties' agreement and is in default of the loan, right? The $170,000. And she's asking for that plus interest. Now, this is the part that I'm just like, damn, Cynthia, like, you ain't have to really drag him through the mud like that. Cynthia is asking the court for permission to foreclose on Peter's home to collect on the money she is owed, okay? The court documents state the plaintiff elects to foreclose the security deed as a mortgage on the real estate property, right? Further, she explains she wants him to cough up extra money for her having to take this to court. So Cynthia isn't playing no games. She wants her money back. She wants her legal fees paid for, and she wants interest for the time that it has taken for your broke ass to pay her back her money. Now, Cynthia, let me get on you real quick. You knew Peter was a terrible businessman. You knew everything he touched turned into rotten tomatoes. And no, I don't feel sad about saying that because the proof is in the pudding. Bar None is no longer in Atlanta. The second location never existed. Bar None in Charlotte, North Carolina doesn't exist either. And anything else Peter has tried to do is non-existent, all right? I think he may have a bar or a restaurant somewhere around here. Don't even know, but no one's heard of it and no one's checking for it. With that being said, Cynthia, you are less than smart for giving your husband this money in the first place, or your ex-husband. I just thought that was stupid, all right? The reason why Mallory and your mother withheld that certificate, that marriage certificate, on the first season that you were on was because the family knew that y'all was stressed out over money, and we all knew Peter didn't have it, all right? Y'all was living way beyond y'all means, in the words of Marlon Hampton, and you knew Peter wasn't shit, all right? That's just the bottom line. And so I kind of don't feel sorry for Cynthia, but I don't disagree with Cynthia trying to get her check, okay? Because it is what it is. If you owe the lady money, then you owe the lady money, Peter, all right? So give your ex-wife her check. Now, you guys, you didn't think that this was over, did you? Peter is responding, okay? He said, let me set the record straight. Check this out.
All right. The foreclosure is coming from Miss Bailey saying that she's foreclosing on a $160,000, not a loan. It was a purchase. And after divorce, I tell her that I'll give it back to her 36 months later. Okay? Because I took nothing and I had to get myself back together. You feel me? Okay, so 36 months is actually up in 2 months. 60 days. And she'll get a check, a cashier's check.
So Peter is basically saying, and Peter, I'm finna clock your shit, okay, because you're trying it. He says that it wasn't a loan, it was a purchase. Well, sweetie, if someone gives you money and you're supposed to pay it back, that is called borrowing, all right? When you borrow money that you have to eventually pay back, that is by definition called a loan. Right? And so I don't know what Peter is talking about. It wasn't a loan, it was a purchase. I guess they were supposed to purchase some property, but she gave the money to you to purchase because Bar None is your business venture, right? She was just tagging along being a good wife because she knew your ass was broke. Furthermore, did you see how Peter just admitted that he is broke? He said, after the divorce, I didn't take anything and I had to, start all over from scratch, basically. All right. So it's taking me a little bit longer than expected, but she gonna get her money via a cashier's check. All right. And so listen, I have to take Peter for his word, and shout out to him for, preparing to make that cashier check out to his ex-wife, Miss Cynthia Bailey. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments down below. It is a mess. Now, before we get on out of here, I did want to show you guys this clip of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm super excited because it is the first clip of the season, the first sneak peek. Check it out.
Well, I need to take your temperature first, Miss Bailey.
Are you gonna take my temperature? What are you doing? Mom's not doing this with
is
you.
not 6 feet. Oh,
How many feet is it?
not 6.
Can you please stop giving us your whole titty? Oh, I can't. Oh, jeez.
So first off, I love how Marlo is being super extra when it comes to the social distancing and the CDC guidelines. This woman pulled out a whole tape measure and said, you are not 6 feet apart. Like, I lived for it. That was so funny. And then, Cynthia, girl, like, why are you pulling a... Why are you pulling a Nene with your whole titty out? Like, that is not cute. What the hell going on? But notice how, like, they all found Cynthia's titty amusing in that scene. But last season when they were in Toronto and Nene had her titty out, everyone was kind of like disgusted about it. So I just thought that was an interesting contrast. I don't know. But let me know how you guys feel about everything. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys a little bit later. Don't forget to create a great night. A great night, a great day. What the? Good night, y'all. Bye. I'm done. Okay, this is a mess.